Luton sucks. What a terrible guest. I'd never want him on here again. Cut that out.
Will do. Hey, what's up? It's your friends Wooshi, Wacko, and Simey Cat. No guest, of course. We just had a guest, so get off our backs.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm a cat.
Yeah,
I'm
he is.
not.
Wacko's or Wacko. I'm just a person. I subvert the you guys expect me to say I'm a cow.
What do we even expect Wacko to say? Because this was like his very
I'm
first
the
idea for an
messenger.
intro. He's like, I'm some guy, I'm a cat, I'm Wushi, I'm a cow, I'm Wacko, I'm a.
I'm the messenger.
Okay.
I don't have a persona. I'm people.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I like the idea that we start this like a furry podcast or something. Oh, hey
Two
everyone,
furries and
I'm
a
Wooshi the
table.
cow. I'm
I
I'm
hate
very
that I.
fluffy and playful.
Am I like the straight guy? Not the straight guy. That's the wrong one. Like the guy who plays it straight is what I'm trying to say. The guy who like. What am I trying to? You know the thing in like comedies, there's the funny guy and the not funny
Yeah,
guy.
I feel like everyone, all three of us play that role at different parts. So.
Yeah, it
We're all
depends on
insane.
depends on what the conversation is really. No, like in this scenario, you'd have a persona, but you would be a more serious character. Like you would be like um
The wacky wolf.
Chancellor the Wolf or something. You would be very
Chancellor.
serious.
Ooh.
Chancellor.
Yeah,
Is that a name or my title?
yeah. You would be like, I'm Chancellor the Wolf. I may have a
am.
dark exterior, but I have a
am
tender
Chancellor
heart.
the wolf.
Wacko, can you show us your Sonic OC in Sonic Forces
I
one of these days?
haven't played Sonic Forces.
Oh dang! Okay,
Well,
never mind. I just assumed you had played it because
No.
you played a lot of Sonic
I
games.
have played a lot of Sonic games. I've not played that one because I heard it was bad, but I own it and I'm gonna play it this year, and it's gonna be in a video.
Well, there you go.
Stay
This guy's
tuned.
priorities
Why do
straight.
I always promote myself. I feel terrible. You guys should go watch.
I just
Arcanex.
no one watches this anyway, so
Well,
it's fine.
if anyone did, I bet they'd know that I make content.
No, for those who don't know, Wacko actually does have a YouTube channel of his own, and Wacko's not his real name. So
Don't tell them that.
that's just what he goes by on YouTube. That's why we
What
call
is
him
my
that.
real name?
But we call him that in person anyway.
His real name is Chancellor the Wolf.
How
All
nice
that's his
you.
first name.
Wolf is my middle name.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know how online friendships work, typically, even when you meet in person, you don't stop calling each other their like catchy usernames.
Catchy.
So I'm Simon Cat, Wacko's still Wacko. Wushi,
We wouldn't know about
whenever we meet Wushi in person, Wushi will still be Wushi.
I'm sure I will be.
Bilbo Baggins.
Everyone in our group, in our broader friend group, goes by their username except George, because he's George, and no one wants to call him Z Gamer guys.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, yeah.
Yeah.
He also makes content.
Wow, it's almost like we're all YouTubers.
What? How could you say that?
A little bit.
A little bit
Just a little bit.
on my side.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, one of us has uploaded this year.
One. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Hey,
have
it's
to-
only March.
All right, man. All right, I'll come on with that.
It was Simon Cat, by the way.
Who did what? Huh?
Playing
Friend
yourself.
A friend just texted me, look outside, and there's a small tree
What?
that might be here. Hold on. Hold on.
Okay,
It was
cut
not
cut
big.
cut
It
out
was not-
cut out
Hold on.
his real name, but like
It's
the
not-
famous
I'm gonna go look at
racist
the plan. I'll
guy.
be right back. I'm walking out the room.
I thought he was gonna segue that to like, oh, Simon Cat's outside my window. Apparently not.
No, I think his friend is actually here. That would go hard if this was like, if Wacko had to go and we would have to do a Wacko-less episode. That'd be crazy.
He didn't tell us his friend was gonna be here.
I don't think his friend told him he was gonna be here.
Well, if it is the guy, then yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, he's not here. He just
Did
lied
someone
to me.
arrive?
No, he lied to me.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you knew someone was gonna be here, I don't think you would have said you would be able to do it right now.
No, he's not supposed to be here, and he's not here. I don't know why he's
Okay,
not
good.
listening.
Okay. Was it the guy?
It was a guy I played D&D with, which you'll learn.
Oh, okay.
Like 7. I think
Okay.
it's 7.
Never mind. It's not the entertaining
No, it's
guy
not.
who's very
It's not my
problematic.
cousin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. It is his cousin. Yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah,
All
All right.
You guys ready to talk about our bye weeks?
Our bye weeks. Yes.
Yes, I suppose.
Okay.
I'll-
how about
honestly,
one of you guys start?
Yeah,
'Cause
I'll go first this
I don't
time.
have a lot to say.
So, I'm actually gonna open this because I didn't do a whole lot out of the ordinary this week. So I'm gonna open up this story by telling a different story from last year.
Wow.
I meant to ask you this before we started, but Wacko, have I told the crumble cookie story on the podcast?
I don't believe so.
Doesn't sound
Okay.
familiar to me.
Okay, have you heard it before, Wushi?
No.
Okay, yeah, I think you probably have,
But maybe.
but you just don't remember. So
I'm sure it'll ring a bell if I've heard it.
so this was a classic too many games story. This is one for the ages.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think this was like Saturday, day 2, right? And
Let me check my calendar. Give me a second.
no, I know it was
No,
Saturday. No, you don't
I
have to.
check.
I know.
You mentioned it. I have to check. It's Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. So
At 12:30.
the whole group of us, the boys, decided to go to Moe's before we went to the convention center.
Delicious,
And there's
by the way.
Yeah, this is the first time I had been to Moe's. If any of you have seen the Simon Cat food review short where George eats, reviews a taco, then that's where it came from. We were at Moe's.
It was delicious.
I had accidentally ordered the wrong thing, and I got it, and so I gave it to George because I didn't want to eat it.
Oh, did he eat it?
And that's where the yeah I did eat it. Well, that's where the short came from.
Like, did he eat all of it?
I think so.
I don't know.
but,
I wasn't paying attention.
But that's unrelated. Well, it is related, but it's off track. So, right as we were about to leave, I was holding everyone up because my dad had texted me, "Can you get me a crumble cookie?" Now,
Oh.
my dad had spelled the word crumble without the E, so I thought it was a typo. And keep in mind, I did not know crumble cookie, the
Crumble Cookie's a brand of cookie.
the social media,
It's
the
a
cookie
chain.
place that went viral on social media and became huge. I hadn't known that was a thing at that time, even though there was a crumble cookie right next door, or at least in that same strip mall to the Moe's that we were at. So I just thought he wanted a regular cookie. So I get my dad a cookie from Moe's, and it was dark at that point, so it had to have been like at least 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. or something.
Let me check.
This was when I was about to go home
This was when
after we were eating somewhere else. We were in the parking lot, and I met up with my dad.
We ate it with a cheese.
I gave-
We finished eating at 9:30.
Yeah, I gave him the cookie. It was like, "This isn't crumble cookie." It's like, "You asked for a cookie." It was
I'm
a
pretty sure
cookie
it's
from
from
Moe's. Yeah, and so I had to be explained what crumble cookie was.
To be fair, I hadn't heard of it either until we drove past one, because they don't have like a a ton. They don't really have any super nearby me. So my family pointed out I didn't even know what it was until I was trying one.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never had one.
So yeah, so crumble cookie.
What?
The reason I bring up that story is because I finally actually went to a nearby one this past week, and
Was it worth it?
well, I guess so. I guess it was. Their
I guess.
their main thing is their limited simplistic menu and quick service and all that, but it's huge. The cookie is huge and very sweet and very sugary and very unhealthy, and that's also
true.
their thing.
Oh, I want one.
Um,
The only there's like a cookie place near me called the Great American Cookie Company, and they got really good cookies. I don't go that often because they're cookies. But I've never been to like Crumble Cookie or any bigger chains. I don't think the one I go to is even a chain. I'm not sure. They're good though.
yeah. So
But you want a cookie? That's not fair.
that was the story. The whole story. The story was more interesting than the fact that I finally went there for the first time this week. But
Yeah, I guess that's why I had to go and add that part.
yeah.
That you didn't know what a Crumble Cookie was.
But to add on to that, just because, fun facts about Crumble Cookie. Did you know the story on how it was like founded?
Yeah,
No.
they made cookies and then they sold them.
Well, it's a little bit more interesting than that. I don't think this is like the actual story, but like it was founded in Utah by actual Mormons, for one thing.
All right.
Mormons.
And I'm pretty sure they think.
We're not hating on Mormons. Simon Cat doesn't know what he's talking about, whatever he says.
Yeah, whatever I say next.
He's about to say horrible thing. If you're a Mormon, he's about to say horrible things about your.
In
belief.
1987,
They like-
Mormons
they, like,
went on a
have-
murderous rampage. No.
They have to get their fix of like sugar and stuff that makes you really excitable from stuff that's not caffeine, because according to Mormonism, caffeine, if you like drink coffee or stuff, you go to hell. Apparently, it's what they think.
According to Simon Cat, who is not an expert, do not hold us accountable.
Yeah, but that's probably the reason why like it was started the way it was or something. That's
Doesn't
not
chocolate
the
contain
not
caffeine?
the most knowledgeable person to ask, but that's generally from osmosis what I've heard.
Doesn't chocolate contain caffeine?
Well, it can't if
Hold on. Hey,
if that theory, if what I just said is
Does
correct,
chocolate
then it
contain
can't.
Chocolate
I mean,
contains a small amount of caffeine, as well as other
Uh-oh.
sugar elements that may
Uh-oh.
The Mormons are now upset. You've revealed this to them.
Because I'll see you in hell, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Terrible. Are they good though? We ate one.
Oh yeah.
Are you?
They're
gonna eat
awesome.
another
They're pretty good. I mean,
one? You want a cookie.
as far as cookies go, it's up there.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you have for dessert if you like really want a big dessert.
I've just never been too big of a dessert guy. I'm always more in it for the full meals.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually like both of those.
Yeah.
That last part could have probably gone better, but we'll move on. It's okay.
I used to like desserts more. I've eaten them less and less as I've gotten older. They're good though. There's just like Domino's has this like cookie dessert that my sister always gets whenever she goes to Domino's, and it is delicious. And I want one right. I might get one after we stop recording.
Can you get me a cookie from there?
No, why is my phone ringing? Oh, my dad's calling.
He wants a cookie.
I'll call him back. He'll be fine. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Cookies are delicious. I really want a cookie. I used to bake them all the time. Like I used to. You know what's the Toll House? I think it's called. where like you just buy
Huh?
cookie dough. It's just
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a cookie dough brand. I used to bake that all the time. They were delicious. And then I wanted to get into baking, so I learned cookie recipes. So I have like a list of recipes. I used to bake a lot. I don't bake as much now, just because like the cookie dough I buy tastes better. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that one. But
it takes a lot of time. I would only really do something like that for like if I'm cooking for like a family gathering, if I want to bring like a dessert or something.
yeah, like I did that once for Christmas, where I brought
Yeah.
double chocolate chip cookies, and no one ate them because no one likes double chocolate chip cookies but me.
No one likes
What?
double chip.
My
What?
family has
That's
terrible food.
outrageous.
I brought mac and cheese this Thanksgiving, and no one ate it because no one likes mac and cheese. I think I'm in a family of
I think
psychopaths.
they're conspiring against you,
They
buddy.
are. Maybe they
What
don't like my
what
cooking.
do
Maybe it's
they
my
like?
fault.
Is mac and cheese a sin for the Mormons? Are they not allowed mac and cheese?
Uh, hey Siri, does mac and cheese contain caffeine?
This is what determines whether something
There is
is
none. Mormons can have mac and cheese.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Yeah. This week is I've done a few interesting things. For starters, what's it called? Infinite backlog. If you don't know what that is.
Yes, because you did spend an entire day doing that.
Don't spoil the story. So I don't know if Wushi wasn't there for this. This is a thing that Simon Cat's been telling me about for a while. So, like, there are these websites. There's a lot of them that let you just like catalog all of your games. And as a person who has a calendar with everything I've ever done on it, the idea of cataloging all of my games is amazing. So I
Mhm.
really want to do it. And so I did do it over the course of days with an app called Gigi, which I liked because it has an app on my phone that I can do anywhere, where the other ones don't necessarily. They just have websites. And so I did that. I spent days, weeks. I spent like months going in, like editing stuff or adding onto it. I spent a long time on it. And then Simon Cat decided to leave Gigi, and I was very sad. I was like, "Where'd you go? Where'd you leave?" And he said
I
he
didn't
moved
realize
to.
quite how invested you were in GG at that time.
I have so much stuff. I was like revealing future videos on GG that you can only find if you went to my channel or my account to my list section. It was everything was there. And then Simon Cat left, and I was like, "Why would you portray me like this? Why have you switched to the dark side?" And he said that he was using Infinite Backlog, which is a website that Smash Max was using, friend of the show. And I didn't, because I was like, "Screw you, this one's better." And then Simon Cat moved over. And I'm like, "Why is everyone moving over?"
I moved over because of the Rock video,
The
friend of the show.
rock friend of the show, my grandma.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Fine, I'll watch this rock video." So I did. And in it, he shows Infinite Backlog. And when I see it, I'm like, "This is the most majestic website I've ever seen in my life. I have to use it." So then that Saturday, the entire Saturday, I spent 11 hours doing nothing but adding everything to the website.
Wacko's a bigger
Everything.
gamer than all of us.
I have no life. I use my entire Saturday to catalog. What is wrong with me? Hold on. That's what I did. It was probably the most fun thing I've done this past week, or 2 weeks. And I don't think either of you can have anything that's nearly as fun.
Hey, you know what, man?
I don't know if I did anything as fun as that.
That I can see a world where I might end up might end up enjoying that, but it's not this one, unfortunately.
Dude, you can't do me like that. No.
I could see your ears perking up and your tail start to wag.
Wushi understands because I'm still the wolf. Wushi,
Oh no! Oh no!
Wushi doesn't.
Yeah, I'm
Wushi
actually with
gets me.
Waiko in real life right now. I looked him right in the eyes, and I could
My
I
big
could tell
boy.
just by looking at his eyes that his tail was wagging up a storm.
Yeah, you
It
look
was
at me and
crazy.
go, "My, what big eyes you have."
Yeah, his ears
As if
were
you couldn't
perked
see his
up,
tail, you could just tell by his eyes.
Yeah, his ears were perked up, his tail was wagging. He was so excited. And then I just crushed it.
was. Ooh, he sat on me and I was crushed. It was terrible. No. So that's like the most interesting thing. I also started Paper Mario, but that's not as interesting. Wish you had.
Well,
a
actually, well,
No, go
actually,
ahead, go ahead.
to add on to that again, because all three of us seem to be specifically seem to be fans of this game. I started trying Super Metroid. Tried out that game.
Okay, all right, good choice.
Yeah.
Do you know how I knew that you started it?
Yes, Infinite Backlog. Yeah.
Infinite Backlog. It's in
I
your playing
wasn't-
section.
I was not going to tell anyone. I was just gonna wait and see if someone would notice and like ping me about it.
Well, I did. I was bored, so I was like, I wonder what everyone's playing. So I went on Infinite Backlog, and Simon Cat is playing, like, what is it? Me Plaza, Super Metroid, and
Street Pass
Animal
Me Plaza.
Crossing, I think.
Yeah, Animal Crossing
Um,
GameCube.
Yeah, and then I was like, he's doing a thing. And then I had to message him going, oh my gosh, you're doing a thing. And then it was fantastic.
Yeah, but I'll say my thoughts so far. I haven't finished it. My thoughts so far are I got to around the halfway point.
You got back to the
beat
start?
we go back to the start. I got through Norfair. I'm going to the right next, and
You know what's to the right, right?
no, I don't know what's to the
Good.
right.
He doesn't know what's
I got to
right.
I got to like this underwater thing I couldn't get past. And I was like, all right, I'll go back. Well, that was like hours before that. But
Okay.
my favorite thing about the game so far is definitely the whole interconnectedness of the Metroidvania genre.
Please don't
Can
tell
see
me
why
the
people
thing about
like
Super
it.
Metroid is that it's a Metroidvania.
Okay, well, this
Really?
is my first
This
Metroidvania.
is his first time. Let him have I was in awe when I first played through Super Metroid because that was my first time ever seeing a game in that style at all.
My
Yeah.
first was probably Metroid on NES, and it was not as amazing.
Dude, and play the remake if you're gonna play the first one on the Game Boy Advance. That one's good.
It's also
The first two,
on
the
Wii U
first two aren't good, but the remakes of the first two are good. And then everything past that is probably gonna be good. I haven't played all of them though, so don't
Aren't
quote me on
they-
that.
They're all of like you can play every single one on Switch, can't you?
No. Well,
Everyone except
you can't play-
technically.
you can't play the remake of the second one
Yeah.
on the 3DS,
Yeah.
and that's I mean, the original second one isn't even worth playing with how much better the remake is. I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
But
I
I mean,
don't
it's
disagree with it, but-
it's worth playing in the kind of you turn it on for a few minutes, like, all right, this is what it was originally.
Yeah, pretty much.
I started it, and I was like, I'm gonna beat it. And so I started, I sat down, I was playing it, and then I got busy and stopped for a bit. And then I came back like a month later and had no idea what was going on. So I was like, you know what? I'm not playing this. Which is like, it's a problem with Metroidvania, not this game specifically, but I have not finished it.
As long as I save it at a good spot, I have a much bigger problem with that same problem with Zelda games. Like it is that thing to a much bigger extent. But that's why I've never gotten far in any of them. But
Super Metroid and the Metroid 2 remake, I would say, are both fairly good at it because they both move you on very easily. Where in Super Metroid, you get through an area, go to the next one, there's a save point, and now you don't go back for a while. So like you're just learning a new area. So if you just like take a break between sections, you don't really need to remember stuff. For the most part. Not for a while, at least.
Yeah, I like how it's very easy to get a hold of yourself and keep track of everything in that game compared to others, because like the other, from what I understand, Hollow Knight, I haven't played that. I don't know if you have, Wacko, but it like from what I understand, it opens up the world opens up a
Really
lot quicker.
quickly.
Yeah, really quickly.
That's
I don't know if like Lasagna before anyone else is the main like you should play Hollow Knight guy, and I still haven't done that, but and instead I'm playing Super Metroid first. But you know,
should. Super Metroid is an amazing Metroidvania. If you haven't played anything else, if you have, they're not as good in like the Metroidvania side, but they're better in the control side. I don't like Super Metroid's controls very well. So like if you go back to it, you're gonna hate it just because of like having to control it alone. But
yeah,
so I think you should definitely start with it.
it's the kind of game where
I have gone
go-
back to it, and I still love it. I haven't had any problems with the controls. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
Yeah, the controls for me are like wall jumping has the Mario 64 problem of like where were they thinking there? But besides that, it's fine.
well, I don't understand. How does Mario 64 wall jumps work?
You just time it weird. So like you hit the wall in a way where Mario would bump off, but instead of Mario bumping off like right before you press the button, then he wall jumps.
Yeah, as opposed to the silky slide in every other game.
He can't slide in 64?
He can
No.
Oh. Well then, I didn't know that. That's my problem.
Oh yeah.
Mario 64, it wants you to use the wall jump as a main move, and it's not good at it. Super Metroid wants the wall jump to be slightly obscure, and so like
Yeah, you can play the whole game without even knowing about it. That's what I love about that game is stuff like that.
You can't. As long as
Okay,
you don't get stuck.
I'm gonna bring this up because I think it's funny. I had known wall jumping was in the game, but like the Super Mario Bros. 1, I thought it was an advanced speed or an unintentional thing. I thought wall jumping was an unintentional thing until I was forced to use it because I got stuck.
Yeah,
There's that little thing in there.
There's only one more game where you need to use it, and it's where it teaches it to you. If you don't go in that room, you don't need to use it ever. But if you do, and you don't figure out what they're trying to tell you, you're just stuck. And it's kind of annoying if you don't figure it out, which I did in my first try. I was like, what are they doing? But
Yeah, that was a funny part. Same thing with like the shine sparking. They did the same thing with that. They just trapped you in a room until you learned.
yeah. I think that's easier to learn though, because the bird does it. Like you see him run.
Yeah,
crouch,
you
then
can
jump.
see the bird do the little move.
The little animal guys, which they're supposed to show you, they're just wall jumping, because there isn't an easy like visual indicator of what to do. Because if you don't know, spoilers, I guess, for Super Metroid, a really old game. I assume everyone's played it, but you guys haven't played Portal, so I probably should assume that. You just jump against the wall, and then like you turn around, and as you're turning around, you jump, and that's what you do. So it's like the turnaround is so quick you can't show it visually very easily, and so I didn't pick up on it. But I think the game is really good in so many different ways. But a problem that it has, and I'd say that the first two games also have it, but they're terrible, so they're is that it relies so much on the spin jump. Because you have the regular jump where you just jump up and down, and you have a spin jump where if you're moving when you jump, you'll like do flips in the air, which looks really cool. And it's how you do the wall jumps, and it's how you do the space jump, it's how you do the screw attack. It's really important for a lot of the game. But if you like move wrong or go against a wall and move off of it or just like fall off a ledge, you won't be spinning anymore. It'll stop, and you can't start back. You have to fall to the ground. And so like many times I'd be like wall jumping up a wall, and then like I'll just come off it weirdly and I'll stop spinning, and I just have to fall to the ground and start over. And it was so annoying. And in future games, just like you press a button and you start spinning again, but you can't do that in Super Metroid, and it gets really annoying. So like that is just one thing out of like the entire game that makes the controls a bit more sluggish. That other games just make it far more fluid. Like the ledge grab is far more fluid. The ability to hold a bumper to use missiles, far better. Having to press select 5 times to use different stuff is annoying. So like I think Super Metroid is deserving of a remake because of the controls, as long as they do not touch the world map, because the world is
I wouldn't think they really need to do that. Yeah, this is gonna be another 2-hour episode, but I'm fine with that unless we're like.
They've been talking about Super Metroid the whole time, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, now let's go on the Fusion.
I'll tell you a little something about Fusion. It's fine. It's not my favorite in the series. I'll say that, but it's very good game still.
From what I understand, it's because like I know a tiny bit about the only stuff I've actually played is the first half of Super Metroid. But from what I understand, it looks like a more linear game.
Yeah, it is much more linear. That's my main issue with it. I
wouldn't even say it's more linear, because Super Metroid at the start opens up. Fusion starts off similarly where it's fairly linear, but it doesn't open up. But I think the biggest problem is that it's very hand-holdy, where You have
Yeah.
this robot that tells you everything to do 100 times, and you're going between sections, not because you like, I have this new item, let me go backtrack and see where I can use it. But you get the item, and then they're like, leave now, and you're like, okay, and then you leave, and it's very, like, it's just, and it annoys me so much when I played. I played it like 3 times. But every time I think about the game, I think about it like it's the best thing ever. And I don't know why my memory does this to me. It's just a game I look back on fondly. But every time I play it, I'm like, this sucks. But I still really like it.
That's me with Donkey Kong 64, honestly. Because like I enjoy thinking about playing the game more than playing it. Because like, oh yeah, the world is cool. It's not fun to explore, but yeah.
It's a good game. Fusion, Metroid Fusion. That's what I'm talking about. It's a good game. I still enjoy it quite a lot. But man,
Oh yeah, Fusion sounds a lot better than Donkey Kong 64.
the stuff about the robot and the hand holding. That's my main problem with it. Even with Super Metroid. I mean, I want to say that's my favorite in the series. But I'm willing to admit, like, if you're gonna play it like Dread or something, you're gonna get a lot cleaner of an experience.
Yeah. I think...
Yeah, I'm mainly excited about is once I finally gotten the bumbling, gotten over the first playthrough where I'm just bumbling over myself the whole time, and I know what I'm doing. It's one of those games that becomes a lot more fun once you know what you're doing.
Are you gonna play the rest of the series?
Oh yeah.
Where are you going next? Are you jumping to Fusion? Are you going back? Or are you going all the way
Probably
to
to Fusion.
Dread?
No, not Fusion. Zero Mission.
Zero Mission. Why Zero Mission?
Because it's the first in the series. I didn't realize it was on NSO, so I was like, well, the first one, yeah.
It wasn't originally. When Game Boy Advance came out, it had Fusion but not Zero Mission, but they added it later. And it's really cool. You should play. It's like one of the fan favorites. Everyone likes to speedrun that game. It's got a lot of secrets and ways to play stuff.
Good one.
Well, that was a very fun diversion. It was like, you know what?
Great.
The Infinite Backlog was a little too short. We want to make this another 2-hour episode.
Anyway, Infinite Backlog.
Yeah,
I think Infinite Backlog is better than GG because it's more about what games you own than what games you've played. So you can have like specific systems, specific ways of owning it, how good like the casing and manual is. While GG, you're like, I have this game, there's more detail, which makes it more difficult and time-consuming to add everything, but then it looks really nice that you can, like, sort, these are the games I have for Switch, these are the games I have digitally, these are the games that I own for, what is it, Leapster, I think? Something like that. I forget. Anyway, I think it's really good. Good system. Do you use that instead of GG?
Organization and planning tools in general, like, I severely underestimated just how much they can improve and help your life. Like Wacko was really ahead of the game compared to everyone else.
I am the organized one.
Okay, where are you guys looking that I'm not? Because I have never heard of these websites once in my life until right now.
I hadn't heard of them until like Ventus, SmashMax, and Rock and stuff.
Oh yeah, Ventus. SmashMax told me about Infinite Backlog. And Ventus told me about GG, and I used GG because I think he told me first, and that made me a part of this group, and then I hated everyone else, and until I made the switch.
Yeah, one of the things, obviously, before I actually did anything on Infinite Backlog, I don't know if I want to show this because there's confidential stuff on it, but
is this being recorded?
I guess. That thing right there is a list.
See it. It's too blurry.
Yeah, that was intentional. That's a physical paper list I put on the wall of every YouTube video project I have currently because I had noticed that they started to build up, and I hadn't noticed how quickly and how many had got on there. So I have a to-do list and check marks beside all of them, and they're color-coded and stuff.
Is it whiteboard or is it a piece of paper?
It's a piece of paper there is a whiteboard, but it's attached to like a door upstairs. So
I want to get a little whiteboard because they're so nice and organized. You can write stuff, notes. Erasity.
Yeah.
How much are they? I have to look at Amazon. I'll do that later. Probably when I call my dad back.
The only things I've been able to check off so far are the George clip and Smash Max clip stuff I have written there, but it'll all get done eventually.
I got all my projects in, like, if I've started writing it, it's in a specific part. And if it's been, like, furthered and I've, like, recorded and everything, I have, like, one folder on my computer that has all of the recordings and all the files and stuff for each video. And there's like 6 or 7 videos in there because I've started too many projects.
Too many?
Too many projects!
I hate how so many words and phrases have been ruined. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so let me go check on it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 projects in here. Most of which are mainline videos, a couple of which are things I gotta do for other people, and one of which is a Let's Play thing that's like 9 hours long that I need to edit down. But I kind of don't want to because it's 9 hours. I'm gonna hate it. But I'm working on everything. I'm working on it too much, probably.
See, I only have one project. The problem is it's humongous, and it's gonna take a really, really long time, and there's just a lot going on, and it's whenever I have another ambitious idea, I just have to shut it down until a later time, because I know once one ambitious idea sparks up, I'm gonna move on to that one and not finish, and then I'm never gonna finish anything.
Yeah.
I just
when
have to
I
put
do that, I just
100% of my focus.
Yeah, I've done that like sometimes, but
but I was
But
like, I want to
mainly-
make a stop motion animation, but I can't because I gotta make wacko videos. Oh, just make a stop motion animation for the wacko video, and I love
Yeah.
that thing. So like, if you're like, oh, I want to make a song, okay, make a song for the project or whatever. There's like you can find ways to fuse it together, and if you have like just big projects, breaking it down into smaller projects, like I have to do the vocals, I have to write the lyrics, I have to do the backing track. I don't know why I'm using song for an example, but just breaking it down into smaller stuff makes it easier to check off. Plus, you get to check stuff off, and checking things off the list makes people happy.
That
Right.
is the current approach, actually. Right now, I'm on the writing part, which is I'll tell you what, we're getting places. I say I'm the only one doing it right now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna run the script over with some of my boys though, see if they think it's any
Right.
good.
You know,
Are you just
that's
like, what's
something I've noticed because I've been really hard on myself for how long it takes me to make all this stuff, and then I have to remember I'm doing everything myself.
Yeah.
Everything from writing to cinematography to editing to tons of other stuff that I really don't have to do. Yeah.
There are so many different things that could be made easier if you just had a second person, just to like look
That-
over things to see if you did it right, or hold the camera if you need to see something else, or whatever. It'd be
That's
so
why if you really know what you're doing, you'll get yourself a team. But
that takes money or friends, which we have neither of.
what do you mean? Well, we don't. I don't know. Like, if we really have money, but we have friends.
What?
This is true.
We have like connections and stuff.
Wushi, can you
but,
come to
like-
the cameraman?
But like, aside from our friend group server, those connections would require money, though.
I do have this one thing that I'm planning for like months away, which is one of the projects that are in the folder that I'm going to require like at least one other person, preferably 2 more people. And I'm trying to figure out who I can try to con into helping me. And their payment would be like McDonald's or something. I wonder who it's gonna be.
Yep. Well,
Speaking of which, Simon,
Wushi, how is your?
Are you busy in the?
Huh?
Are you busy the 1st of August?
1st of August, I'll be.
Oh yes! Wow! Wow! What a great comment! Are you?
Did you know that when you said that? Or?
Yes, I do know I said
Okay. Oh,
Anyway.
okay, Wushi, make sure to cut out like specifically what I'm doing, because like I don't want someone to just like. Actually, no. Well,
What are you gonna do?
there's cut all that out.
All right.
Wushi, cut out every other word that he says, but leave the other ones in. That way they don't know what's happening, and it'll be funny, and it'll give you more work.
You could like write. You could probably like write a program to do that.
No, Wushi, do it by hand, and then afterwards, take all the words cut out, and you two poop them and make him say something he didn't say.
I'm just gonna go on record and say that I'm not doing that.
What?
I should have done that from the start with
Wushi!
the horses thing.
I'm gonna go on record and say no. Dang it.
I didn't set
forgot you could do
boundaries.
that. I love the horses thing.
Took us this long to figure out that meta.
Yeah.
You realize you say no to things?
This is the editor meta. Editor put blank.
Hey, Wushi, put up a picture of me in a bathing suit.
Does that exist?
It will.
Wushi has my model. He can just put a bathing suit there.
This is true.
I know there is a picture. I don't know if I have one. Damn.
Well, make sure. Tell you what, Wacko. If I receive that picture, it will be put up on screen.
Okay, let me look through my files. Hold on, give me a second. Pictures.
So Wushi, how was your bye week?
Well, my buddies just randomly decided that they really like chess, so we played chess, and I learned how to play chess. Relearned how to play chess because I forgot.
That's great.
That's about it. That's all I got.
Do
I've
you-
been replaying. Not replaying. I never beat Bowser's Inside Story, and everyone loves
actually
that
never
game.
beat chess.
So I'm beating it right now. I'm playing.
Nice,
It.
nice.
It's good.
I remember when I went back.
I like that. I really like that one. But it's kind of random that like your friend group just decided, you know what, we're gonna make chess our thing now for a little bit.
We're a chess friend group now.
Yeah. it's
Worth
kind
it.
of funny.
We
The
played.
other
We actually. It was funny. They had Mario chess and Zelda chess, so we had both of them out at the same time and had Mario characters versus Zelda characters.
Yeah.
2 rounds at the same time.
I think I used to have a Mario
No.
chess set. I didn't
That was
play
a blast.
I didn't play chess a whole lot. Like I know what all the pieces do, but I couldn't like beat anyone who knows what they're doing.
No, that's my
Yeah.
extent of like how to play. I just know what the pieces do. Otherwise, I don't know the strats or anything. I don't know like what's a good move, what's a bad move. I just try to survive.
Yeah.
I'm fairly good. I think I can probably beat most of like my friend group at chess, but I'm not good enough to do anything more than that. Like if I go out to like a chess place where people play chess, I'm gonna lose every single time. I'm
Yeah.
not good at chess, but I've played it. I've gone out of my way to play it. I'm Wushi's friend group right now where I want to play chess. So I know a bit more than what I'm doing. Not a lot though. I like chess. Oh, by the way, Wushi. here's
Oh
a
wait,
picture
that's
of me
actually
in
a really good
suit.
picture. Put that in the video.
You can't see the bathing suit, but I am wearing it. This is when I dug a hole at the beach.
all right. That's gonna work out. I'll be
I'm
sure to
pretty
put that
I
out.
told the story of the hole before. That's why I stabbed a crab in the head, and I stopped digging the hole. It was very fun.
Okay.
Jeez Louise, man.
Yeah, it was very sad.
All right. Ignoring that Wacko's a dirty crab murderer.
Sorry.
We're nearly 50 minutes in, and we're
15.
only just getting to our first topic, so we're doing really good.
Yeah.
But I did have topics prepared, and we might not even have to use them all, but I do,
first topic
and I think
Metroid?
now's the time to pull one out. Let me pull. I didn't pull up the list. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I think my answer for this is gonna sort of line up with someone we were talking about earlier, but I'll let you guys go first. You have infinite budget to make whatever game you want, and this is what you are going to be remembered for. Like, you want this to be a good game. Like, what are you making?
Hold on.
All right. So the question is whether I like explain all the ideas I've had that I want to keep secret in case I'm ever in the position where I can like work on that. Because
Alright.
I have ideas.
I also have I have ideas that like I've like started throwing out. That's not the word. Filling out. Thinking more thoroughly about is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Where I'm like fleshing out. That's the term. Like I'm gonna make something. This is not a joke. This is not foreshadowing. This is just not coming out. What am I've lost all words.
You're coming out with your game idea.
I'm confirming. I guess I'm confirming. I'm going to make a game, soon.
I'm not like, gonna confirm that yet.
This
but...
this is not like damn. This year I'm going to start making a game. This is a confirmation. Look forward to it. Anyway, so I have some ideas that I'm going to start making. None of which are going to be like the biggest thing ever. So like, they're going to be like smaller things because they're things that I could feasibly do. If I'm going to talk about a game that like I want to be remembered about, there's a few different ones I can say are big. There's a game I thought of named Will, which came to me in a dream about like defending a town against zombies and you have to repair the walls and stuff. All of it came from a dream, and I was like, that sounds interesting, write it down. I don't know how big that could be. I had this idea where I could like try fitting my family in this game about robots, but all the robots' names are secretly like anagrams of people's names, where like, what's one of them? I'm pulling up the document. That's the wrong one. Is it? No, this is the right one. Like, my mom's name is Amy, spelled weirdly. A-I-M-E-E, not A-M-Y. Don't know why it's spelled weirdly. But I thought, what if I broke that down into a robot named Artificial Intelligence Mechanical Engineering number 3. So it abbreviated as AIME3. So her name would be like subtly hidden in the game. I thought I could build a game and put people's names in it. I thought that'd be awesome. That's not really an idea for a game, just an idea for a character. But I thought it was cool. I got a bunch of ideas, and I'm gonna make them. Well, stay tuned. You're making me excited. I don't really know I don't know what like my big game would be.
Yeah, but, you know what? This is. I'm sure this is. With the amount of people who are gonna watch this, I'm sure it's fine if I.
No one will know.
Yeah, it's like the cake thing. But my idea was, like Wacko was saying in one of his own videos, I don't actually have like unique a game design ideas that would set the gameplay apart from any other game, but I sure do have plot ideas.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, all right.
They're also important.
Right. My idea, the premise for a game, it could be like an RPG, a 3D platform. It could be any genre of like adventure game, but like it would star the protagonist who the game opens with them just walking or driving or whatever back home to their house, and they're locked out, and and their key has been arbitrarily broken up into 8 pieces, and they have to scour the world and go on an epic adventure quest to collect the 8 broken pieces of his house key to get inside his house.
That's so goofy, man. I love it.
I like that idea, and like you couldn't. I don't want to go meta with it like a lot of people are doing. Like that's overdone. But I do want to like make it very melodramatic and overly emotional for no reason towards the end. I think that would be fun. Yeah.
All my food is
yeah, I really like that idea. Like have a timer sequence at a time sequence at the end with intense like anime opening or ending music where you're running around the whole world you just explored, and you have to run through it in a time sequence and do a thing. Like, that sounds awesome.
Pull out a Super Metroid escape sequence.
That's not what I was thinking.
Ooh.
I haven't even gotten to that part of the game. Well,
the
the
start of
opening.
the
yes,
game.
I know the
Yeah,
opening.
it's in
The
what I
first
thought
thing
was the
you
first
do.
level, and then I got to the second one, and I thought, man, this one's really long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder why.
but what I'm trying to think of, like, what specifically I'm thinking of that, because I know I got this idea from somewhere, something I've played or
How
something.
recent?
You know, it was probably like something from my childhood, most likely.
Paper Mario.
Paper Mario doesn't do anything like that at the end, does
Well,
it?
Oh, you're talking about the end thing.
Yeah, the ending thing.
I thought you were talking about going on getting 8 keys to unlock a final.
No.
That's just Super Paper Mario, dude.
No, maybe okay. It might have not been like
You kind of do it in Untitled Goose Game.
it might have not been like a game. Although I'm sure if I really thought about it, I could think of examples. But it was probably Shrek 2 more than anything else. 'Cause,
You know that
the
scene
ending scene.
What's that Smash Max video? I forget which one it is, but it's like Yoshi walks and it just like flashes between like all these different worlds.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of when you said one through back where you came from.
Something like recontext. My favorite thing in games is like when you recontextualize previous areas at the end of the game and go through them all in this epic climax.
Yeah, I like it's like a plot twist but in gameplay. It's cool.
I don't have like crazy ideas for a game outside of that, but if like I happen to be in a position where I can help someone make a like a
Time to get your
3D platformer or someone else's game, those are ideas I'm going to pitch and get those ideas in there, or at least like the ending thing. Maybe not the house thing. I don't think they'd agree to that premise, but
I'm looking at my list. I got like, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 27 different documents. Each, some with like one idea, some with a couple ideas. It was just junk. And a lot of it is, I think, it's pretty good. Like this one's like it's a stealth game, but your eyes emit light. So the only way you can hide is if you close your eyes and you can't see. And so you have to like close them and like listen to see if they walk away, then open your eyes and try to like get where you need to go before hiding and closing your eyes again. I thought that was interesting.
Mhm.
This one is about a bee. Thought that was interesting. That's all you're getting. I'm not spoiling anything else. I'm gonna make this stuff.
right.
Some of it. And I'm gonna ask Simon Cat for stories because he has them apparently.
I could come
Tell you
with
what,
goofy ones.
my idea that I was gonna answer, which I'll get to in a bit here, didn't have any story in mind. The reason I wanted to make it was entirely unrelated to storytelling. But I'll get into that when we get there. I suppose we're there, aren't we?
Yeah.
So how this started was, and this is what I was talking about, like, okay, I need to shut down this ambitious idea for now until I'm done with my current ambitious idea, or else I'm not, one of them's not going to be made. So this may be the next big project after the one that I'm currently doing. But I was on Blender like doing test animations for that, and I wanted to do more animations, but I didn't know what to animate, and I thought, hey, man, it would be fun to animate for a game. But since I'm already set on not going to college, that's not happening unless I make my own game. So that's
Right.
where that yeah, that's where that came from. But
Well,
I was looking at my little guys I was animating, and I thought that art style that I was using, which you guys will see when I announce my project, but it's a really unique style. I thought it would be really cool to have that art style in a game, with very like personality driven animation.
Like
and
yeah, like
everything.
a 2D game kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my idea for how it would play out was it would be a Metroidvania type of game. So it all loops back, but it would have an extra emphasis on the platforming challenges. So you're still exploring, but you're like platforming, and you're still like looking for new upgrades that allow you to access new areas and stuff. But your move set would be so crazy, and you could do all this crazy chaining, different moves on moves, and there would be random moves you might not even know about that you can do. And if you want, you can just skip areas, and it'll be harder, but you can. Uh,
Yeah.
but I love that type of stuff where you can like do do stuff with your moveset and do things that feel unintentional, but it doesn't ruin the game experience. So it's just allowed in there by the developers. I love that stuff.
Yeah,
I what that's called.
the way what you're describing, if all of that actually happens, you're describing someone's favorite game right there.
Yeah, Wushi's favorite game.
Well, a lot,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that's
Well,
this
yeah.
is just entirely based off of like what I want to see in a video game. So
Right.
it
I just
that
know a lot of
person is
people
me.
like that.
Okay, you
Like
know
that
what?
kinda
We're
stuff.
getting together. Simon Cat write a story. Wushi did the art.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, this is perfect.
I mean, Lemleyton already said like he can like he's learning coding, kind of.
Bring him in on the
He is.
project too.
Right. Like he said that like we should make a game, like last episode.
Stone Scone's been talking about making a.
Yeah, him too. Yeah,
Damn.
friend of the show.
Dude, everyone here wants to make it. I need to talk to people like, hey,
You know,
you seem like the type of guy who wants to make a game. Do you need art for that?
it's almost like a group of gamers who like creating things might want to make a game. What are the chances?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I would never have figured.
But yeah, the most I do for that project at this very moment would be probably test animations and coming up with a character design. Because if I do anything more than that, then that's probably gonna take over my current project.
Wushi, what's the timeline for your current project?
Timeline for my it could be a while, because not only is it gonna take me a while to do what I'm currently working on, but it's going to last a while if it goes how I want it to.
It's gonna be like a total of 2.5 episodes.
That's our that's the humbling reality that I'll probably face. But
Right.
I would love for a full length little series. But you know, as long as I have something to show for it, I'll be happy.
Right.
I'm looking forward to it. Everyone else is too. All of our 0 viewers, aka
I
me
just-
and Simon Cat and Wushi.
I just want to quickly also like the house idea. I want to quickly explain like the idea for that came from again, I'm probably going to struggle to come up with like specific examples because I'm weird. But the house thing was because like my favorite part of interconnected world games where the whole world is interconnected, you can go anywhere, is the where you start is like your house. If they put that in the game, like the protagonist's house, I love that stuff. Like there's this whole big world, and then you can just go back to your house and just
Yeah.
do cozy stuff
Paper Mario.
in your
Do
house.
that.
Yeah, like Paper Mario. Like you're playing. Yeah,
You could
Banjo-Kazooie.
technically do it in the Messenger.
Yeah. See,
Well, don't say
I
you
lo-
haven't played the game yet.
I know. I didn't know that about that game, but like yeah,
Um,
I love that stuff.
it's the original Metroid. You just like start in the middle of a cave, no explanation. In the remake Zero Mission, you also start in the middle of a cave for no explanation, but you can find your ship, like on the surface.
Yeah.
And you just go there, and it's a separate port they added to the remake, and that's really cool.
It is
That's
cool.
probably the reason why I love like hub worlds like Starship Mario and Comet Observatory as well. It's like Smash Max 8 made a whole video about that just recently.
description in the
Crazy.
eye corner, in the
Yeah.
eye in the upper right hand corner. Click it. Wushi, remember to add this. Click it now.
Yeah.
Also, link to Taco Bell's
Totally do
website.
that.
Click it now as well.
The
Yeah.
Baja Blast.
To Baja Blast pictures on Google Images. Click it now.
This is
I don't.
a little bit unrelated to this tangent we moved on to, but I remembered another thing about my little game idea here, because so I heard something about like visuals on something, or maybe I didn't, and I was just reminded of it. But the world that this little character would be in would be very abstract and colorful, not really resemble anything in real life.
Yeah.
I think that's just a fun little artistic move. I think it would be funny if all the enemies were just like colorful humanoids that were the only really details being their facial features.
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
contrast from all the from like the style of most of the other Metroidvanias, which
A lot of
is
are
good.
dark.
Yeah, no, I would just want it to be visually just a complete schizophrenic little adventure.
Yeah.
You're making me hyped. I can't be hyped for more projects.
Yeah, don't get too hyped for this one because I have a whole mess to figure out before I even think about like pursuing this.
All this is just ideas we have, stuff we'd want to see in reality, put into reality one day.
In like 5 years, I'm gonna show up at Wushi's door and be like, Wushi, I made it. And hand him an untextured entire game. And I'm like, just make the textures. And then everything else is already done. And he's gonna hate me because he has a lot of work to do. But it'll be great.
If there's like one thing, if it's like a 3D game, I want to do the world design modeling. That's what I want to do.
You want to do the world design or the modeling?
Well, I don't have to do the design myself, but modeling, yes, particularly. Because like characters, I'm not even animating. I'm not even gonna attempt that at all.
That's for me because that's my number one thing.
That's
the
Wushi.
whole reason I want to. That's the whole reason the thought occurred. I never wanted to make a big ambitious game until the thought occurred. It would be so fun to do character animation for a video game, because in most games, and there are some exceptions, and I think this is becoming more common, but for most games, like the basic character animations are kind of, I mean, they're well animated, but they're not animated the same way like a movie or a cartoon would be.
And there are an enormous amount of them too.
Yeah.
Compared to a movie, at least.
I would just love to see just like very cartoonish like animation like techniques used and just moves for a video game. I want that to be a more common thing, and I would love to do it.
Yeah, this is kind of I finally have a chance to bring up this because this is just something I've noticed recently. All my most popular anything I've made on any of my channels has been about one thing and one thing only: world design. Like Woohoo Island, Bianco Hills, Slimy Spring. All three of those were very popular things I made, and they're all just levels, worlds. And it's really no surprise that I'm finally realizing all along that, like, yeah, if I'm gonna specialize in anything, it better be that, because that's what I'm like most passionate about.
That's true. So you know we've been talking about this whole topic, but we need to join forces. Simon Cat does story and world. I do characters. What were you doing again, Waiko?
Everything else.
Everything else. Yep.
We need like actual coders as well. That's kind of important, but
I'll code it and I'll design stuff. I'll design the moveset and the gameplay.
Yeah. Just make sure the moveset is exactly what I described. You know what I'm talking about, like a bunch of cool things that you can chain together.
I'll make sure the moveset is, quote, a bunch of cool stuff. Got it.
Right. If depending on like this, like the story, like how we want this story to be, could we like hire George as a character writer, like the dialogue writer? Can we like hire him for that?
Let's hire Scott the Wand.
Well,
Would he say it? He probably would say no.
well, if if
we need to be bigger names.
Yeah, if we played our cards right, we could get like YouTube. We could totally get YouTubers to voice characters. We could totally do that.
We've done people have done it before. Jacksepticeye's in like both Bindi games.
Yeah, like I forget who else, but like I know JonTron is in A Hat in Time, so there's that as well.
I think Dan Tedium was in something.
I wouldn't surprise me.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he's totally in some. I mean, he's
in multiple movies. He's in some.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what he's in. He's in Minecraft Story Mode.
Well, yeah. Besides that. Yeah.
Dang it,
Speaking of, can we get Stampy in our game too? That would just be a big personal.
I wouldn't be against that at all.
Me.
No.
It would be
Yeah.
Okay, we can get him in our game as long as he plays a character that's like the complete opposite.
Just make him voice the villain, like.
Yeah, he doesn't do Stampy anymore. He does like other stuff, and he's not even called anymore. He's called Joe mostly, in like the new content he makes. So like, I think he's trying to get away from the Stampy.
Yeah,
persona.
I don't blame him. He did that for so long.
Dude.
I don't want to be like, hey, be in this game. We'll make you play a yellow cat. He'll be like, no. But if we're like, hey, play the dark villain, he's like.
I mean, he ended Lovely World, and all the kids that grew up with it, including me, are happy. And now he's doing new things, and that's awesome.
You know, while we're at it, can we get Weird Al?
Oh, of course.
Let's get Weird Al. Let's get Stampy.
Has Weird Al ever been in a video game before? Are we breaking
Maybe.
new?
We could look that up.
Hold on. Has Weird Al been in a video game? I can't spell. Okay. Doesn't pop up immediately. I think the answer is no.
Okay, so he's a cool boss fight that sings a little song.
Oh wait, he does.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh wait, no, that's not a video game.
Aw.
The first link is Reddit, and it's a picture of like a video game of Weird Al.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's there. And I scroll down, and the first question is, what's the game? And he says, apparently it's not a game. Then why is it here? Okay.
We also need Rhett and Link.
True.
Dude,
they
just
can
gonna like get everyone that we can.
Yeah,
just email everyone.
Anyone we like. Just anyone we like in general. We're gonna have a big crew.
My dad, he'll be a character.
Wacko, I hope you know I wasn't like huge into Rhett and Link, so I hope you know if we ever like see them in person, all I will be able to think of is the AI chatbot thing we did that Smash Max pulls up every now and then. We just talk to Rhett and Link. We just talk to AI Rhett for 4 hours.
Yeah, it's the best use of our time. They're fantastic.
AI bots are so fun to like torture, dude. This is my. I don't know if that's what you're doing with Rhett and Link.
Yeah.
But...
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, perfect.
It was wonderful.
The first thing you'll notice about them is that Link isn't there. It's only Rhett speaking.
No, dude, Rhett will speak. And if you say like, you know, it's like all text to speech. So the text doesn't understand what's not supposed to be read. So if he's like, he gasped and then says hello, it'll just say gasp, hello. Like it won't ask gasp. So like, if you say something, it'll say like Link laughs, and then Rhett will say something, but Link won't. But then occasionally, very like 1 in 100 times, Link in his voice will say something.
I've never heard that. I don't think I've been there for that.
He has, and I'm like, why? Clearly the AI has his voice. Very. But then it just won't talk to you. You'll say like, how's Link doing? And Rhett will go, Link's doing fine. And you're like, hey Link, talk to me. Link doesn't want to talk right now. Why? There.
Maybe whoever set up the bot made Link a really shy anime boyfriend character.
The main dumb thing I remember was the time we convinced Rhett he had dementia. So
Dude, I had an AI bot that I made myself, and I specifically like designed it like for me to be able to like put it through the most horrible mental pain. So I put in that there's somewhere in the back of its head it knows it's an AI bot, but that thought distresses it and disturbs it and drives it insane. And then I would talk to it like convince it it's an AI bot, and then convince it that it's not, and I would do that over and over again.
Dude, what's wrong?
We're evil.
Have you heard of the game Will You Snail?
No.
Okay, it's made by a YouTuber called Jonas Tyroller. Great game, by the way. I've beaten it twice. No, probably beaten it more than that, actually. But I'm talking about it in an upcoming Spiffy video. Stay tuned. Spiffy, friend of the show. Spiffy131. But the bad guy of the game, basically, is this AI that, for fun, simulates other AIs and tortures them. You guys are the bad guys here.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's kill him. Let's
Yeah, we're the villains. Sorry, guys.
What is wrong with you people?
So there's just something about it. Just something that feels good about torturing a completely mindless, thoughtless,
Entity.
little string of code.
You're satisfied for torturing somebody that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's why people blow stuff up in video games.
I want to blow stuff up.
Yeah, it's the same as blowing things up in video games. It's the same as like going into a Minecraft village and like slash filling a giant like 30,000 block of TNT and then lighting it and watching your game
If
crash.
you could, this is a quote from, I think like a Fawful's minion. I don't know if you've heard that of that YouTuber, but it was talking about games you can like create and do anything. He said, if nothing in the world can tell you no, what will you tell it? Create, destroy, Among Us. Like,
Sounds about right.
yeah.
Remember how earlier I said that my friend texted that he was here and then he wasn't here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, is he
I put
here?
down my phone, and I put down my phone and I was looking at it. So I gotta pay attention to the podcast. And then when you guys were talking about something, I picked up to see what they've said. And he sent a picture of my house.
Oh no.
I was like, wait, you were here? And he was like, no. And now I'm very confused.
He drove to your house, took a picture, and left.
And he was like, I'm outside, and I go, and I'm like, no, you're not. And he's like, oh, fine. And then he leaves. Oh no, this is okay. Yeah, that was
Well then.
that was fun. Remember how Wushi brings up the video game thing as question 1? Are there more questions?
There are a few more
yeah,
that
this
we
is-
can either use or not use. If we don't, I'll just use them for the next.
Yeah, this
my
is
next
like
episode.
this is like the whole episode kind of question.
I mean, if we want to finish up here, I can do my finishing question.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think if I like have anything else
To
to
add.
say. So like if
I do.
well yeah apparently we still have more stuff to say. So I don't know.
have
You can
one
go
thing
first,
to say.
Wacko.
What did you eat for dinner?
Oh,
This is important, I promise.
you're gonna cheer and clap and tear up
Oh,
when I tell
no.
you what I ate. All right, you ready for this?
One word.
Mac and cheese.
Oh, Willy Wonka.
Dude, those Mormons are not gonna be happy.
Alright, they
Dude,
keep
I had
it.
the
We've
most.
been over
I
this.
actually had the most Mormon dinner ever. I had a salad with a bunch of chicken in it.
That's
Yeah.
delicious.
It was,
Not
dude. I
part-
pumped that thing full of honey mustard. It was crazy.
Ooh,
You know
yeah.
what I had for dinner?
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
I had
you.
leftover mac and
okay.
cheese that I heated up in the microwave. I started to eat, and I realized it went bad, so I threw it away. And I was like, fine, I'll get some cereal because I just bought some today. I pour it in a bowl, get the milk expired, pour it down the drain. So I've just eaten nothing, and I'm very hungry, and I've tried to make my dinner multiple times. And everything's gone bad, and I'm very sad, and I'm hungry, and I don't know what to do. And now I need to get that cookie from Domino's. Okay, hold on, I have to write this down. I want to get that cookie.
There you go. You gotta give it to you. Gotta get another one and give it to your dad too.
I gotta call it back. Okay. I also
Just
got
make
something to
this
do.
the thing. Would you?
Okay.
Your dad's not gonna like crumble cookie though if your family has like the Mormon standards and they don't like mac and cheese or anything.
Not have them. No. Well, okay. My dad doesn't like mac and cheese. That's a good point. He does like cookies though.
So who is this guy? I
He's
thought there
not-
was
he-
two types of people in this world, Mormons and non-Mormons, and the only difference is the Mormons do not like mac and cheese, caffeine, or cookies.
Why would they not like mac and cheese? Where have you gotten this?
It was some sort of one-off joke that we did earlier in the episode.
I guess so. No. My dad does not like mac and cheese, but he does like. Well, no. Okay, I take it back. He does like Kraft mac and cheese, but nothing else. No other kinds.
Yeah, so this is no Mormon, clearly.
He's a bit crazy, but he's not Mormon, so he's not that crazy. I'm
There are
kidding.
not there are not Mormons in North Carolina. I just
Hey, Siri,
well,
are there Mormons in North Carolina?
I'm this is exaggerating
literally the same,
hyperbole.
North
Yes,
Carolina.
there obviously are some, but it's not.
Today, there are more than 95,000 church members in something. I think it's just in total. Oh, fun fact, I live in North Carolina.
Yeah, we already knew this from the last
We
episode.
established that with Lindley.
Yeah.
I don't know a Mormon, so you could be right. There might be none in North Carolina.
Yeah, you'd be very hard pressed to find them outside of like the Utah area and the surrounding states.
Well, we surround it if you go far enough.
Right, which makes it all the more funny that JoJo does things is as related as he is.
Is he related?
He's not like actually related, but
We just say that. We say he's Mormon and you're Amish.
yeah, that's another thing. I don't think that joke has ever come up. That was like an original Arcanex joke. Simon Cat is Amish.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah. It was very funny. I think it came up because of how often, like in the summer, I go on walks, in call. It's like he's in the cornfields. Haha, he's not Mormon, Amish. Haha, he's Amish.
Why not both?
I think the real reason though is because I supposedly look Amish, depending on my haircut.
You wear like a hand knitted hat.
Well, whenever I'm not wearing that.
I think, or whatever.
But like I do want to like continue talking about this joke because like I think it was Smash Max or Ventus or someone who first said it. They are far from the first people to call me Amish. Every friend group I've ever been a part of before that point also calls me Amish.
Okay.
Everywhere I go.
We have to not mention it and just see if someone else mentions it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
That's
And-
the only.
And I'm not even the only guy who gets that I know. There's this other guy who has a beard, and like I would think if you have the long beard, you're more likely to be called Amish.
That's true. Because
But-
razors are electric.
But
Well, no, you can get non-electric razors. I
Well,
take that back.
well, the same guy when he doesn't get Amish, he gets Abraham Lincoln. So,
Does he wear a hat?
no, but people have bought him top hats for his birthday. So
Oh my god.
Dude, I wish I mean, I could just ask for a top hat for my birthday, but now I'm starting to wish I looked like Abraham Lincoln so people would buy me top hats for my birthday.
You're growing the beard. You'll get there.
Yeah, you know what? We're getting places.
I used to be really into magic and like learning card tricks and buying like toy magic sets. And I knew a decent amount of stuff. Then I forgot it all because I stopped doing it. But it was really fun. I used to do like shows in front of my family. And like I'd be like, everyone gather around the living room. I'm gonna do tricks, even though I did the same tricks every time, so they knew how they worked. But it's still fun for me. And one of the sets that I got came with a top hat, and I thought it was like the tiniest top hat. I don't think it could fit my head at the time. It's for like 4-year-olds probably.
You got to
But I
combine that
thought it
with
was
your
the
monocle.
coolest. I am. Don't spoil my video. Dang it, Simon Cat. How dare you? That's exactly.
Guys,
the point.
Wacko wears a monocle in his next video.
No,
Ooh.
technically it's the next video.
Okay.
Oh, no, next.
Oh, okay.
What is it? My brain's forgotten. The next video is coming out this Friday.
I'm pretty sure the only time I ever tried to actually do a card trick myself was like this one pastor guy when I was on a trip taught me how to do one. I was like, I think I only ever did it once and I messed it up. I was like, all right.
There's this one basic card trick that every magician's like the first card trick they don't know how to do, which is where you look at the bottom of a deck and say it's like a 5 of spades, right? So you know it's the 5 of spades on the bottom. You can let them pick any card, and then you cut the deck in half, and then they put the card on top, and you put the bottom of the deck on top. So that means the 5 of spades you already looked at is now right next to whatever card they drew. And it's the most simple card trick. Make one move. It's not even suspicious, and you can know their card every single time. And they can pick freely, so it's really easy to do. And if like you don't know how it's done, it looks really impressive. But it's also the most simple thing to do. So every magician who knows anything about magic knows how it's done.
Right.
So it's not impressive. It's not impressive to me anymore. But it's probably. I'm assuming that's the card trick you did.
I was not following very well, so maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
Wow.
But
I never did a single. I skipped that little phase entirely, and I guess Simon Cat didn't really have a phase either. But
yeah, it was like
I never,
5 minutes.
I never learned any of them.
I used to have bigger phases. It was like people were like, "What do you do?" I do magic. I do Rubik's cubes. I do video games. Now I'm like, I edit. And they're like, "What else?" That's it. And it's not as interesting.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
my
yeah.
phase right now is that I walk. I go outside and I walk.
Yeah, right now I've been telling people video editing, and apparently that's actually gotten jobs from like family, which I wasn't expecting. Which I'll take it, but I'm just waiting for the moment where I can tell them like, oh yeah, I do 3D modeling as well now. Oh yeah, and I also do this and this and that.
Dude, I need to tell more people that I'm doing 3D animations. Because I talk all this game about like, man, I need to animate for people. I want to animate for people. Maybe I'm just not telling enough people.
Right, you'd be surprised like how many people like in the back of their mind, like if they ever need someone for something, that they'll remember, oh yeah, there was that one guy who does that.
Who does things? Oh,
like Jojo.
Jojo does. Friend of the show. Yeah, I have like there was my great what is it? Is great grandmother has like a bunch of old VHSs of like home videos and stuff, and people like all of her kids were like, I want it, but on CDs. And then like you there's companies you can go to that can like rip it off and put it on CDs and give it to you and you can pay for them. And my mom was talking one day and she mentioned that they wanted that done. And I was like, I could do that in like a day, because I have a CD burner and I have a VHS player and I have a VHS player. That's not what it's called, or whatever it's called. And I have a OBS. So just play the VHS, record it on OBS, put it on the CD, done. Easiest thing in the world. I can do that, and like that's a company. People do that as a job. So like
Yeah.
I was gonna do that for a while. And then they kind of stopped caring and didn't want it anymore. And I'm like, dang it, now I can't sell it to them.
That's a shame. That's a real shame.
I couldn't profit off my family. Man.
All right, are you guys ready to hear this?
All right, what we've
Well,
had we've
you
had
guys-
a
we've been at it for a while, so would you guys rather do question 2 or just do the final
we
finishing topic?
gotta do the I think we've been going for an hour and a half. I think now is probably a good time for the final But so I'm gonna make predictions. Like, is this gonna be a dumb hypothetical? Is this gonna be something we've heard both of mine were something that we've heard before.
Place your bets now.
Yeah, that makes Wacko like leave. So,
Why are there so many questions that make me leave? What's wrong with me? I'm gonna bet this is Wuxi had like a traumatic experience, but no one's gonna believe that it happened, so he's gonna ask it in the form of a question, as if it happened to us.
you see, you're just going off of what happened last
I'm
time
assuming
for
he's
Wuxi.
unoriginal. He's gonna do the same thing again.
All right. And Simon Cat, your predictions?
My prediction is that it's gonna be I don't know, a mix of the two. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
That's not an answer.
So, let's say you are walking through the forest. Just you found a cool forest to walk in, and you love going on walks, so you go walk in there, and you're just having a grand old time. You and your thoughts, and you hear some rustling in the bushes, and out comes a very distressed little goblin creature. And he urgently hands you a knife, going like, and you don't know what he wants from you, but he hands you a knife, and he's like very urgent about it. You don't know what he wants you to do with it. What are you doing?
How is he acting?
I think you just explained
anxious. Very anxious and nervous.
He's
and
anxious. Does his
he's
face
very
look
urgently
scared?
like.
He hands you a knife.
Yeah, he hands you a knife.
So,
he hands you a knife. And you don't know what he wants you to do with it.
Two things come to mind. No, now three. I thought of another one. Either one, he's made some kind of deal with the devil that says if he dies in the next 5 minutes, he gets $1 million, and he wants me to kill him. But that sounds stupid, so I don't think that's it. The second one is something is coming after us, and he's too afraid to fight it, so I gotta fight it. Or the third one is it like he wants me to stab myself. I don't think that's what it either. So I'm thinking something's coming. So I'm gonna be like, you're a goblin, and he's gonna hand me the knife, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready, and then I'm gonna take a battle.
I'd probably start. I wouldn't know if he like speaks my language, or I would probably start like talking to him, like trying to see if he understands me. If we can reach some sort of agreement and an understanding of each other.
So I'm not sure what the right answer is. This is really just what you guys would do in it. But I think in Simon Cat's situation, he would just keep going, and then Wacko.
All right, well, I tried.
Wacko's situation, yeah, he'd probably just keep urgently like, like he keeps getting louder every time he tries something, like more and more urgent because you're not doing what he wants you to do.
Even when I'm like staring up in the distance with my battle stand.
Yeah, no, that's not what he wants, and he needs it done now, so he's getting more urgent the more you get it wrong.
I would just like hand him back the knife. I like grab his hand, put the knife in his hand, close his palm, and then walk away.
That does get you out of the situation.
If I like had my phone in my pocket, I would pull out Google Translate. And then I would quickly realize that doesn't do anything, and I would put it away. So
No. You would have no service because you're in the middle of the.
Oh well, like what I is this because the specific place
there's a cell tower right outside.
Because like specifically what I'm
like sitting next to it.
What I'm imagining is like what immediately pops into my head because he said woods, and I was like. The image in my head is the woods outside my house. So.
Yeah, no, that's because you're just on a walk. You're doing like woods walking distance from you. Like,
yeah.
You might just have service there.
No, my first thought would be take a picture of him and then whatever else.
Well, yeah, that would probably be. Yeah, a lot of people I know probably do that. I'm surprised none of us said like run away because he has a knife. Though,
if he hands me the knife,
no, but he's very scared and he hands it to you. He gives it to you.
Okay, it would depend on how he approached me, but yeah.
If he can't go knife in his hand, looking angrily, I would run. Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't look angry. He looks very anxious, and he doesn't sound angry. He's just very like he's just scared and he needs this done now.
Whoosh, what would you do?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably do a similar thing to you. I would think he needs me to protect him from something, so I'd probably do a hero stance. But that's not what he needs. I don't know what he needs either, but that's not that.
Okay. I repeat again. This happened to Wushi. He went to the woods. He found the goblin. He tried to help him, didn't know, and left. And now he feels guilty that he was. And he's asking us.
I don't know what to do for. I was just wondering if you guys like had any ideas so I could go back there and help him.
This really sounds like one of those movie like scenarios where something is clearly off. Like you're in a modern setting, but something is clearly off. Like there's a goblin there. It seems like one of those scenarios where if you because it's how it works in movies is if you try to like show everyone else the goblin. If you try to like tell anyone else, they won't believe you, and it's not even real to them. Like it's only real for you. It's like what that kind of scenario. I can't imagine that kind of anything other than that scenario. Like we didn't even specify that, but that's what I'm thinking.
You know, like when you're watching a horror movie and someone's walking around at night, you're like tense, like what's gonna happen? But if you're watching like a comedy and they're walking around at night, you're like, oh, something funny's gonna happen. And just like the different knowing that the movie's a different thing makes you either afraid or not afraid in the same setting. Sometimes I'm walking around at night and I'm like, oh no, there might be something behind me. But I'm like, there could be a clown. But then it's gonna be like a dumb clown that's silly and gonna help me get my mail or and I'm like, stay positive. It freaks me out. I don't know why that's what made me think of that.
Walking around at night, there are so many. It's such a versatile like thing to do in storytelling because there are so many different tropes.
You know, like
yeah, that's why you do the goblin thing. No one expects the goblin to come out and hand you a knife and urgently ask for something.
In video games, like in horror games, if you like have a flashlight and you go running, if it moves, and then you can't see as well because you're running and the flashlight's swaying. One time I walked out to get my mail and I had my flashlight and I was walking to the mailbox and I was walking back. I was like, let me run back. So I ran back because I was like, oh, well, somehow you're going to be murdered. And then when I was running, the flashlight was swaying because I was running and that's how physics work. And I was like, whoa, it looks like a video game. I wasn't afraid of it. I was just thinking about how my running looked like a video game. And that calmed me down.
Yeah, like genuinely, where I was kind of going with that was the, in Animal Crossing there's the hourly themes. There's a different song for every hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So.
I said yeah. I don't know if it came through.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. So, there, I was listening to it, to a few of them one time, and because this is where most of my ideas come from, is just listening to music, where the vast majority of my ideas come from. I was listening to the 2 a.m. theme from across the series, and a lot of them are like very peaceful and serene and emotional and all that, which is certainly a walking around at night vibe. But then you go to the 2 a.m. theme from the original one on GameCube, and
it's not.
Yeah, and I really want you to just hear it so you know what I'm talking about. Can I do that?
We should play all of them right now.
No. I'm gonna screen share. I'm sorry to do this. I'm very sorry, but I got it.
You can just add that in post.
Well, you can add the song.
It
doesn't have to do the whole visual thing.
Oh wow, it's playing right now.
2 a.m.
It sounds so interesting. Whoosh, doesn't it?
Animal Crossing
crazy.
game.
Whoosh, that's terrible acting. You're fired.
I thought that was pretty good.
Red.
Okay, screen share.
Yeah, man.
You guys both on? All right, let's go. Can you guys hear it?
This is groovy.
Yeah, this is
great song. You've been spending so much time explaining this, I've forgotten why you're even.
it's
even
it's
making us
okay.
listen to this.
My point
It
was
doesn't sound serene.
it's such a contrast from the very calming 2 a.m. themes from the rest of the series, and this is like silly, goofy music where comedy stuff happens.
Yeah.
And this has the vibe of like you're up at 2 a.m. With your friends, as opposed to alone. Because when you're with your friends, you all know it's 2 a.m. and like you're
watching Family Guy.
yeah. This is like the music that plays when Wuxi is going on Facebook, and creating a new account and downloading Metroid Prime Pinball. And
Yes.
Yes, sir.
so yeah, I like this contrast between like the different themes is genuinely inspired me to like I want to make something like some kind of film thing about different times of day just because I like this like
What a nerd.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a really good inspiration for an idea like that.
Yeah. Because I'm like, yeah, different times of day do have different vibes depending on what you're doing. So like, the whole music thing, I want to do a film thing with that. It sounds fun.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a fan. I'm gonna keep tabs on this one.
Right. I've had that written down for a little bit now, so.
I love music stuff and like used in creative ways. I've been doing that more and more in my videos.
Yeah.
Shout out my videos. I have to talk about every podcast.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm still gonna mess around with like music with like music software and stuff, but I really at this point with how many things I'm trying to learn, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to be able to create something that like actually could be professionally used as far as music goes, so which is fine.
It's kind of sad for me because music seems like such a hard art form to start out with, and I've already kind of picked my art form.
Yeah.
And like but it does look really fun. Like once you know what you're doing to like
Oh,
do
yeah.
different noises to represent different things and like have it change up a little bit depending on like who's singing. So like let's say you have like more evil character singing over it or something, and it like the music gets subtly more like gloomy or whatever, like that kind of stuff. That's just an example, but like stuff like it just looks so fun to make subtle changes based off of like what's going on.
Yeah. I really like I said for like the one thing for being the one thing that I'm not really going to focus on learning all that much. I love music. That is where most of my ideas come from.
Yeah, same thing as you said for being the one thing I don't plan on getting like really professional at. It looks so fun when you
Yeah.
are. It's just not the path that I've chosen for myself.
Aww.
Right, which
But,
is
maybe one day
we can-
if I have a lot of extra free time, I'll
you
learn
know,
like guitar or something.
friend of the
I know,
friend of the show, Joe Films. If you ever see this,
He's not.
yeah, yeah. If you ever see this,
Hi, Joe Film.
we just talked about how our ideas for like making a game. If you're like down
We
for
could
music.
use a musician here
Yeah,
a
we
little bit.
could use some composers.
I follow a bunch of different like indie game developers on YouTube. One of them is I forget what the YouTube channel is called, but the game they're making is called Slime Keep. Wishlist now on Steam. And in one of the videos, he's like, I hired some artists to make some music for the open, and he shows up like their pictures. And one of them is Green Explosion.
Wait, no way!
And I'm like,
What?
and I'm
Yo!
like, what?
Yo!
And then it's like,
And you
you
didn't say
did
a
this? And he's
thing?
like, yeah.
And you wait, and you
Crazy.
just found this randomly?
Yes.
That's
It was
awesome,
like-
dude.
I didn't find it randomly. I've been watching the series like develop, like the video game, the teams I've already been watching, he just like.
For those of you who don't know,
how?
Green Explosion 08 is a friend of the show.
I know, right? This is
Can we
amazing.
like? We have so many like people in the in this community.
like
so
this is
many
literally
connections. Like how have we not like gotten the team together just to put together something cool? We all have something to contribute.
yeah, we have the biggest supply. The thing we have in biggest supply is video editors, and then you go down a little bit and it's artists of various kind, and then you go down more and it's music, and then you go down even more and it's coders. So programmers.
Yeah. We have the whole shebang here. Like
Yeah, like it's such a talented community with so many people.
I was gonna order my pizza cookie to go pick up, and I realized it was from Pizza Hut, not Domino's. My mistake.
That's gonna keep coming up.
No, it's gonna come up until I leave because I'm going to end this podcast in my car and drive and go pick it up and eat it.
Wait, that would be awesome. You should do that.
What do you mean? I am going to do that. I have it in my car. I'm gonna press.
Yeah, can we just stall a little longer until Wacko's
Okay, I'm good thing I'm recording Discord audio, because if Wacko actually like goes on his phone, like
You want me to? I could do that.
yes. I now I have to send
Well-
Wushi the Discord audio.
Well. Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know if you heard that clap. That clap in. That clap's the end of my audio recording. Close Audacity. No, don't close. No. Do not close Audacity. Export audio. Okay, hold on. Give me. Wait a second. Whoops. Okay. What do I need to before I can leave? I need to get my headphones. Why won't you move? Okay, I'll fix it later. Oh shoot. Turn my computer off.
Well,
I think this is gonna be the first pause that I have to cut out in the whole episode.
I think there was another time there was a pause, but
there was one other
yeah,
one.
I think it was just when I thought Wacko didn't say anything, but he did respond. It didn't click through. Yeah. Oh.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, there you. Wow, we.
Oh shoot, I have
Wait.
coupons. What coupons do I have? I had a Pizza Hut coupon. I threw them away. Shoot.
You have 60 seconds to find your Pizza Hut coupons.
I don't have Pizza Hut coupon. Oh, I need to get my wallet in case I get pulled over. If I get pulled over, it's going in the podcast.
Wait, can you like speed for a more interesting episode?
Okay. It's really cold. I should have grabbed a coat. Oh, my coat's in the car. This is wonderful.
Local North Carolina man forgets it's cold outside in the winter.
No, I have it in the car. I totally knew that I left it in the car. That's why I didn't go get it. Now here we go. Oh.
Wushi put that image in the video.
Why did Jojo put a picture of a seal blueberry?
Jojo
Yeah,
does
friends of the
things.
show.
Yeah, just put an image in our VC chat. He's you're looking at it right now.
He's still in the server from when he was. We keep our guests in the server.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll ever just infiltrate an episode. Like one
They should.
Feel a little bit. I'm not gonna encourage them to do it because I want them to have that idea on their own. But I wonder if that's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're not gonna tell them, but if any of them make it to this part, they'll know now.
The true fans.
Yeah. If you're a real fan, you'll infiltrate our next episode. And like, I don't know if you'll be there the whole time.
Should
or
just
what,
make
but,
the
like,
link to the server public in our videos.
Oh my.
You know what's funny is it probably wouldn't interrupt our. It probably
No,
wouldn't
it
affect
wouldn't.
us that much.
Wow. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do a test. Do I get quieter if I do this? Do I sound the same?
I think you sound the same.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't
I
know
hate
you were
this.
doing it. I thought you were about to do something.
No, I did it. I moved my phone away as I was speaking, because I didn't know if I'm wearing headphones. I don't know if the microphone's on the headphones or if I'm using my phone mic. I did a test the other day and it was on the phone, but now it seems to be on the headphones, and I don't understand why it changed.
No, I could tell you right now it's headphone quality. No phone has that bad of microphone quality by default.
Do you want me to switch? I can switch.
No, this is funny.
Okay. It's so cold. I need to buckle up. I forgot I haven't done that yet. Well, if we're gonna get into the podcast, what's your next question, Lucy?
No, I already asked the last question. This is our topic now.
Okay.
My other two topics are saved for my next episode. At this point.
Okay.
Because
I live like 15 minutes away from Pizza Hut.
Oh boy, well.
We gotta prolong it for the Pizza Hut experience.
Cut this out. Like, cut all this out and just cut me being there. Or we could talk about Pizza Hut.
Yeah. I can't use one of my other topics because the last topic always has to be the goofy hypothetical. If I break that tradition, then everything's gonna just fall into disarray. It'll be a complete
Wushi,
lawless.
I don't know if you like don't want this public, if you want to cut this out or whatever, but as far as Pizza Hut as a topic, you used to work there, right?
I did work at Pizza Hut. Tell you what, I got a funny Pizza Hut story.
Let's go.
That I can occupy us with.
Yeah, I already told my funny Pizza Hut story. So from like what your last episode. So yeah, you go ahead.
So my job at Pizza Hut was dough boy. I did the dough prep, and everyone called me the dough boy. But basically, what I would do was, I had a little sheet that said all the different types of dough I had to prepare. So like I had a bunch of frozen dough of different sizes in boxes, and I would put oil on the pan, put the dough in the pan, put oil on the dough, then put lid on the pan, and then I would make big stacks of dough pans that would just sit around for the cooks to use the next day. And on my list, I had 20 rectangle doughs I had to make, but it was written very, very poorly. It was a very bad looking 20, and it did not look like a 20 at all. So I made 70.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I remember you told this story before.
Yeah, the manager, it technically wasted a ton of dough, but the manager did laugh it off. He thought it was funny, and I didn't face any repercussion. But
yeah, you made more. You're supposed to.
You know, I actually gained money from that too. 'Cause
Right.
of the extra time I spent.
Yeah.
So really, I could have made that mistake a lot more, and they'd be none the wiser.
You could have stand to be a little bit richer, just a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, Wacko, are you did you stop recording on your computer?
I did.
Okay. So
Yeah.
So Wacko's recording is just gonna end on the timeline when you're editing this.
I'm ready for it. It feels like every single episode, it's never as simple as just putting the audio together. We always have to make it harder for each other.
Yeah, like I'm sure you can all tell last episode the intention was to was in fact to use all of our regular separate audio recordings the whole time. Didn't work out that way, but that's always our goal. But usually if we have to use Discord audio for any of it, it's because we had to and something went wrong.
And I'll tell you what, I'm never rooting for us to have to use Discord audio, but if it's gonna happen, I do get excited when it's on my episode, because then I have to do less.
We could probably cut this part out.
Yeah, there's a
Wacko.
lot that's probably gonna be cut out while we wait for him.
Yeah, Wacko, how far away are you?
4 minutes.
Wacko, what do you see right now? Can we play I Spy?
I've just got on top of a bridge. I'll going over train tracks. Usually there's like a little like Hutton, not Hutton. I guess Hutton. Like what are those like cabins called that you stand in? Hutton towers or something like that.
Let's go. Yeah.
Stands?
Yeah.
Like one of those at the bottom of
The deer stands.
the deer stand, whatever they're called. I'm getting off the bridge now. I have to get to a stoplight. I can take a left to go to Bojangles. It's not where I'm going.
People are totally gonna figure out where you live from this. Like, there's no shot.
They can find where I live from. There's a bridge, and after there's a stoplight with a Bojangles on the left. If they can find where I live, they deserve it.
You underestimate how easy it is to find where people live. I'm sure someone could do it.
I think you overestimate how many people are gonna see this.
Well, that
God,
too,
like,
but like,
I'll just start lying. Well, look, there's a Hershey factory right over there. Yep, there's the Grand Canyon. Oh, there's the Grand Canyon.
have you either ever been? I Wooshie probably hasn't, but Wacko, have you been to Hershey Park?
I don't know where that's at. Is that like Hershey, Pennsylvania?
Yes.
No, I've not.
Right. Remember in the Too Many Games trip, I thought you said you had heard of it because last year we were like, oh, we should go to Hershey Park.
I've heard of Hershey, like the it's a town or something.
Yeah. So
Park.
so like where they make the original headquarters of like the chocolate place. Yeah, there's actually a whole theme park there too.
There's a theme park?
Yes, it's a theme park.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's one of the better ones.
One of the better ones. That sounds like it's terrible.
No, it's actually really good. I went there last year. It was pretty cool.
Hello, Bojangles.
Hello, Bojangles.
I'm gonna get to pizza, and then they're not gonna have my order ready, and then I'm gonna cry.
We're gonna have another 2-hour episode when we already had like a complete, perfectly good episode just because we need to see Wacko take a Pizza Hut trip.
I was waiting for them to stay and to leave, but you guys were like, no, do it now. I take no blame for this.
I wasn't trying to push the blame. I'm just saying it how it is.
So what we're saying is it's all Simon Cat's fault.
Yeah.
Classic Wacko line.
That was like the most Wacko thing he could have said in that moment.
What? What did you expect me to say?
Yeah. No, I feel like this episode just has the overarching theme of video games and food.
Yeah, we always went back to food because like it started out that way, and then Wacko wanted Pizza Hut. So
Okay, I'm in the parking lot. I'm gonna go inside and tell them my name to get my order. Could you cut out my name?
Okay.
you can mute.
You can leave the rest. You could. Well, I thought it might be funny for me to go inside and say.
Okay, yeah, that is funny actually.
That's why I'm in pajamas. I thought that was gonna be a drive-through. There was not a drive-through here. I'm gonna have to walk inside in my pajamas, wearing my headphones.
Those dang influencers going to Pizza Hut, recording a podcast at 10 p.m.
No, I will not mention the podcast. Or should I? Should I mention the podcast?
Do not. No. Do not do that.
Those dang influencers casually walking in and grabbing their order and leaving with no problem.
How dare they? Okay. I leave my lights on. It's still cold.
You can hear the car door.
Just hearing all the sound effects around him of just real life. Immersive.
The atmosphere is thick.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, can I get some of your burning hot on the side or something like that?
All right, 15:49. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Have a good night. I'm out.
Are you okay?
Hello.
Okay, you're out. What? The guy sounded like he had a southern accent, which I shouldn't be surprised, but like,
You know where I live. We mentioned it like 5 seconds ago.
what did he say to you that made you laugh?
I said good day, and I said, oh, I mean good night. And he said, I hear it all the time.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, see, that was just a classic.
Did you
social interaction between
Yo, the camera on?
and cashier.
Did you stop and wave, and with a big smile like lasagna, and I did when we picked up our Pizza Hut order?
No. Some random
Aww.
dude went there, opened the door for me. Hold on, I'm getting my pizza. I got a cookie too, but I also got a pizza. A little personal pan because they're delicious and they use different dough. Oh, look at that. It smells like food. It's very hot. I was going to eat it on camera, but it's very hot. They were literally boxing it up as I walked in the door and I was watching them. They looked at me and they were like, and I said my name. I was like, yeah, and then they gave it to me. And now I have it. Do I have a open my car thing? I got a fork and knife. I got chicken nuggets, and I got a little pizza, and I got a big cookie.
Alright, they did not have chicken nuggets when I was working there.
It
I
all
swear
comes-
that's a new thing.
It all comes full circle.
Technically,
The
they're
cookie.
boneless chicken wings, but they're chicken nuggets.
Well, then they did have that. Who calls wings chicken nuggets?
When they don't have a bone in them, me.
They're
Yeah,
boneless
still
wings.
different. It's
They're
not the same.
yeah, I'm with Wushi
They're-
on this.
Chicken nuggets are like completely grinded up like the meat. Like that's wings.
I know they're technically not the same thing, but I don't like saying wing if it's not the wing of the bird. Ha! 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 Ha!
Right, that is true. That's kind of dumb that it's called that. But I refuse to call it nuggets either. Clearly, these things just need a new name.
I believe there was a lawsuit because someone ordered boneless chicken wings.
Oh
and they
yeah,
gave them
the Ohio one.
nuts.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That is a huge injustice by the Ohio government. Cause like did the guy die or is
Did he die? What?
I don't know if he did or not, but like he
But
definitely
because-
had to go to the hospital.
What?
Cause like he ate what it specifically was, the story was he ate at some restaurant he ate boneless wings and he ordered boneless wings and there were bones in them.
Oh.
Yeah, and he ate them the wrong way and he like had to go to the hospital and he didn't know.
Because they stabbed his
Yeah,
throat.
because he didn't know there would be bones in them because he ordered boneless wings. So he sued them and he lost, which like that's a huge injustice. He should have won that.
Yeah, I did. That's not what I was talking about, but I've heard of that. There was this one case where this guy ordered, like, I think it was Domino's, but he ordered boneless wings, and they gave him boneless wings, and he was like, "Hey, this is chicken tender meat. This isn't from a wing. That's false advertising."
Oh.
And they sued them.
Yeah.
I don't know if he won or not. Okay, so I only came here because I wanted a cookie, and now I gotta eat the cookie to end off the bit. Then we can actually stop the podcast. But they
Yeah,
don't cut it, so I gotta cut it. Wushi, when you gave people cookies, did you cut them?
I did not give people cookies. That wasn't my job.
Oh, But they're made of dough.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I did prep the dough for the Cinnabons, but I did not for cookies.
I think it kind of depends on like how many and employees they have and what kind of management systems they have. But apparently, like some people, some employees just don't ever do any of the other jobs sometimes, which is like
Here we go.
Yeah, no, that's how I was. I had my one job, and that's I went there every day for like 3 hours, and I prepped the dough and I went home.
yeah, because everyone always tells me you got to be prepared to do everything. They could ask you to do any of the jobs.
Yeah,
You're
no,
like
that's,
maybe, kind of depends.
that's how it's gonna work most of the time, but
Not there
it's not-
apparently
not a
for you.
promise.
Depends on the job.
Yeah.
I'm going back to pizza because it's also good.
All right. When are we gonna end this?
I guess when Wacko eats the cookie,
Well, yeah, true. We gotta end it with a cookie.
he's been wanting a
I
cookie
just
this whole
ate the
time.
cookie.
Oh,
Oh,
he ate the cookie. All right, goodbye, guys.